Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little baby Ellie. She's a Yorkshire Terrier, and she had a bath today, and she had such a pretty bow, and it's lost somewhere. She came in the room for our live and no bow, so there you go. But she does look, she's clean. That's a really good thing. So I'm going to just check right here and make sure I'm broadcasting on my Facebook page. There we go. Okay, excellent. I wanted to make sure that I'm on board here, and good to see you today. How is the weather where you are? Oh my gosh, it is cool here. It's in the mid 70s, which is really different for us. But it's very humid. It's in the 60% range for the humidity. So but it's nice. It's really enjoyable. I don't know that the air conditioners even come on once today, which is a real help to the electric bill, you know? So say hi if you're on. Let's see what is happening here. I am busy with stamping stuff. So my shares are going out this week, hopefully tomorrow, but maybe Friday, because I'm working so hard. They're ready to go. I just have to put the finishing touches on the label and get them ready to mail. They were a little bit later than usual because we had a couple of papers on back order, and so I wait for everything to come in. And I'm excited that everything's in, especially that beautiful Blackberry Beauty paper, I think is what it's called. It is scrumptious. If you popped on my blog today, I made some tags for everyone getting a share. And I used the Blackberry Beauty paper. Very gorgeous. If you love Blackberry Bliss, that's the paper for you. Ellie's hugging me. I think we had a busy morning with the bath and everything that she had. I'm also getting ready for a mini retreat this weekend. All the registration is closed, and we have it, some people have gotten it to go, and we're also having it here locally using the Whimsy and Wonder stamp set and papers and everything. And so I'm getting really ready for that. Busy. Hey Christy, good to see you. Linda, good to see you. It rained all morning. 80s in the afternoon. Diane, good to see you from sunny Alabama. And Patricia, always good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by today, you guys. So, celebration is the big thing that's happening. Yes, the one with the owls, and I don't like their faces, Kirsty. That's the paper, the Blackberry Beauty. I just don't like those faces of those owls, but otherwise I love it. So celebration is still going on. Free gift for every $50 order, and you're going to see lots of things that you can order on today's card. Today's card is a Double-Easel fold card, but I still have a couple things to talk about before we get there. So you'll see lots of things that you can order today to reach your $50 and get one of those fabulous celebration gifts. Okay, she's just got to go, so she has to get down, so we're going to let her. Anyway, so celebration, the Bedazzling paper is my favorite. That's with a $50 order. You will love it, and they have said it could run out. It hasn't run out yet, but you never know. So what else did I want to talk to you about? Oh, prizes, because I've been giving prizes for comments, and we had 19 people comment last Wednesday. And so they're commenting both on my blog, because I play the video on my blog. They see a replay, and so does YouTube. So YouTube, I had a few comments, and all of you who are watching me live. And the gift from last week was the fabulous the medium envelopes from Stampin' Up! That fit all of our cards, the normal card size, the A2 card that we always use. Hey Patricia, yes, smoky Northern California. Hoping you're safe, girl. And so the medium envelopes, 40 of them in a pack, and that is going to Penny Chilcut. She was one of the comments from YouTube. I only had a few, but I want to make sure that they have an opportunity too. So Penny, I will contact you over there on YouTube, but also when you see this video, be sure that you contact me with your address so that I know where to mail these wonderful envelopes. Now for next week, the prize is black glimmer paper. Now I'm going to have to cut it down to 6 by 6 to send it to someone, but a full pack, which is 2 12 by 12 sheets of black glimmer paper, which is perfect for fall and Halloween, and it really is beautiful. So black glimmer paper for a comment. Leave me a comment and you'll be put in a drawing for the full pack of black glimmer paper cut down to 6 by 6. I love it when you comment. I love to see you can comment about anything. The weather, comment about what we're making, tell me who you are and where you're from. Linda, it is gorgeous paper, and thank you for congratulating Penny. I'm excited to send it to her. So that's our giveaway. Now let's get into our cards. So this is a double easel card. I'm going to put it down in a minute and show you how it looks going, you know, flat. But this is how it works. Let me see if I can get it. So it's like a regular card. Let me get it. Okay, here's the regular card part right here. So this is how our regular card would go. And then you have this little pull out. Let me see if I can get it so you can really see it. A little pull out part, and it's called a double easel card. And we're going to make that today. I'm going to give you all the measurements, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it. And I'm going to show you another one that I will post on my blog at a later date that I made, which is a Christmas double easel card. Let me get that straight. And I used with this, gosh, I can't remember the name of this new wreath set of dies that we have. And then it goes this way. Isn't that cute? I love the double easel card. So we're going to make the blue one today. It's a Celebrate card. And let me put you down so that you can begin to see everything. Here is the card. And here is the envelope. I put Celebrate. So this card is, I'm going to take it on Friday when I'm meeting a friend who just accomplished something, a really huge goal. And so I wanted to make her a card that said Celebrate. And we're using today the Celebrate with Friends stamp set that is in the annual catalog. And I love it because it has these big words. And then, so you can say amazing, together, welcome, forever, your, all these smaller words that go with the large words. And so today I'm going to say Celebrate, and then I have a little scallop circle that says you, because I want to celebrate her. So the first thing we need to know, and here I'm going to put this on the side so that you can see it like that. And so the first thing we're going to learn is how to put the actual card base together. And I have got 2 pieces cut, and I'm going to show you. It begins with 2 pieces of cardstock. So it takes a full 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and you cut it in half lengthwise so that each piece is 4 1/4 by 11. Okay? And the trick is in the scoring. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer, my Stampin' Up paper trimmer, so that you can see how each piece is scored. And they're scored differently, so if you want to make this again, take down the measurements. And when I put it on my blog and on YouTube, I'm going to have the measurements there for you. So the first piece is just going to be scored in half. Half of 11 is 5 1/2. And be sure to use your score blade. I put my cutting blade up at the top, out and away, and we're going to just score that at 5 1/2. So that's the first piece. And then the second piece, you also score at 5 1/2, but we add an extra score for that little part that is the easel part. So there's 5 1/2, and then half of 5 1/2 is 2 3/4. So we line it up there at 2 3/4 and score there. So that is the basis of our card, okay? This is the card base. Now we're going to just fold our score lines. So we end up really with basically two cards, right? What would normally be two cards, and we're going to adhere them together. We're going to glue them together. So this is the one with the 2 1/2, and that is going to, let's see, that has to go like this. So actually, we're folding up on one and down on the little 2 3/4 portion. So there is that's your little easel fold. And then what we're going to do is the regular card, we just slip it over like that and glue it on like that. And then we have our double easel card, and then we decorate. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll just go ahead and put our glue on this base right here, this portion, the one with the little extra little fold. We're going to put our glue in here. You could use any other type of adhesive you want, but I want it to stay really stuck together, and I like the way the multi-purpose glue works. So now we're going to just slip that right inside the other card and fold it down and press. So that is nice and secured. And now we have our double easel card. There it is, exactly what we wanted, right? Let's fold again. Let's, or rather burnish again with our bone folder so that our card is nice and folded and ready to be decorated. That's not hard at all, is it? Isn't that easy? Yep. Now we just need to decorate. And so the first thing we're going to do is put a piece, we are using today the You're a Peach, Y-O-U-R-E, You're a Peach Designer Series paper. I love it, but we're not going to focus much on the peaches. I think this color, which is actually, I think, Calypso Coral, goes really well with the Misty Moonlight design, or the Misty Moonlight cardstock. I really think these look good together, and so I wanted to use them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of this striped. It's good to have the stripe on the bottom, actually. I've noticed when doing this, it's a nice, it has a nice look to put stripes on the bottom of the easel part. So I'm going to cut this at, it's already at 4 because I used it for the sample card. And here we're going to go at 2 1/2. We're going to cut, which is a quarter back of the full, quarter less than the full size of that piece. So this is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So we just go in a quarter on each side. And let's just glue that down. In fact, I'm going to put the card open so that we can glue it properly. And the back side of the stripes has this pretty little blue flowers. This paper is so pretty, and it can be used like today. We're not even featuring peaches, but it's just such a pretty designer series paper. And when you cut, of course, you want to make sure that you're cutting with your stripes going the right direction, up and down. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the beginning of our double easel fold card, and now we want to cut a piece to go in this, on the inside here, and that is going to be, we're going to use this piece of the designer series paper, and that's going to be, again, 4, which it already is, and then it's going to be just a quarter less than the length, which is 5 1/4. So we're going to cut it, which is 5 1/2, so we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. Let me check that. Yep, 5 1/4. Okay. So now we have our backing piece. And it really, you know, you can just decorate this to your heart's desire. You can use any theme you want, just like I did the other one as a Christmas card. And it would be a very fun Christmas card. And you'll see it on my blog in a while. So this is just kind of a floral, fruity background piece to a congratulations card, right? And now we've got it. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I love it with the misty moonlight background, don't you? I really do. So that is the basis there. Now what I want to do is also we want to line the inside of our card, because when someone opens it like this, we need to have a white piece, right? So we're going to, I've already pre-cut a piece of basic white at 3 3/4 by 5. That's the size I really like to use for the inside of my cards, because it comes in, it gives really a nice, a little bit larger border than if you cut it bigger. So I really like that. I like that size. Now we're going to add a little 1/4 inch, let me find my piece, a little 1/4 inch piece of designer series paper, just to give that inside of that card just a little oomph. And it's going to be at 1/2 by 4. And it's already cut at 4. So this time I'm going to look over to the right side where we have measurements there also. And it's got a 1/2 inch measurement. And I'm going to cut 2 of these pieces because I want to use one on the front of the card also, just to add a little more fun, just a little more interest. So let's use this. Let's see, one we want to go here. I think we'll go ahead and use this one up here on the front of the card. And so we're just going to add a little bit of glue at the back to adhere that. Just a little, it doesn't take a lot. And I'm going to come down about an 1/8 or 1/4, about an 1/8 of an inch, and run that across like that. I just think that is going to add just a little more fun to the front of the card. And then we're going to repeat that down here on the bottom of the inside. We're not going to stamp the inside this time. We're just going to add this this cute little trim. I guess we can call it some trim. Whoops, that got too large, didn't it? Whoops. Okay, no problem. We just take our paper snips and we're going to snip that off. There we go. Okay, perfect. So our card is lined on the inside and trimmed, and our decorations are all on the front. And this would be a pretty card. You could make this just as a 1-layer card, you know, as not being a double easel fold. If it was just the front of a card, it would still be really pretty, don't you think? Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. Thank you for commenting. Okay, now we're going to really get into the more decorating, because we need to tell my friend congratulations, don't we? Or celebrate, actually, is what we're doing today. So what we're going to do, I have already cut this beautiful doily. Oops. This is from the Encircled in Beauty dies, and I love them. The other doily is missing because I have it set out for our mini retreat this weekend. But I use this piece, and you have to use both pieces, both this doily piece and the liner, or the outline, because this is the part that actually cuts it. Encircled in Beauty, and I think this is from the annual. I'm not totally sure. But I went ahead and cut this out of the Misty Moonlight dies so that we could have it done in advance, because it takes a while to do that. And what we want to do is we're going to put it right on the front of our card here, of the part that pulls out, so that it looks nice when it's folded back. I think it gives a nice look. Patricia, it is, I love these dies. They're really pretty, and the nice thing is you can make them out of any color you want. And then I want to put my sentiment down here. So I think what we're going to do is actually stamp our sentiment and cut that out first, so we know where to place our doily. And I'm going to use the word celebrate. I'm going to pull out my Stampin' Pierce mat to give extra stamping because, extra padding, because I want my sentiment to come out really clear and clean. And with the photopolymer stamp, it helps to get a really good image. So we're going to stamp our celebrate. I'm going to stamp it down a little because we're going to cut it with a die. There we go. I think that gives the pad gives an extra clear image. And so now we're going to pull in our mini boss, our mini cut and emboss machine. And we're going to cut this sentiment out. Let me get it where you can see it. We're going to cut him out with a die from the Potted Succulents. The Potted Succulents have some really great label dies, and we're going to use this one today, this larger one. Here's another cute little grouping of label dies, all in the Potted Succulents die set. And I really like this particular die. I think it's nice. So we're going to see if we can get it kind of even here. Get our, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to trim this bottom portion down a bit so that it really slides through well. I want it to really be stable here. So let's get this lined up with the right. It's kind of hard to get it just the way you want it, isn't it? Especially because my plates are warped. I really need to get some new plates. Okay, I think it's lined up well, and we're going to put this one right on top. There we go. And now we're going to run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the mini. I like the mini. Oh, Xiomara, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so here is our nice sentiment, the one that we want. This is what I want to say to her, celebrate, because she has achieved a very excellent, a big goal. And that is going to go right on here. And once we place the sentiment, then we know where to place the doily, right? So we're going to use a couple Stampin' Dimensionals. That's the one thing about these cards, they move around because it's folded up. So we're going to put 3 Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. My nails don't really go with this color very well today, do they? They're teal. I just was having a lot of fun getting teal nails, but I do miss my pink, I do have to say. So probably next time I get my nails done, I'm going to go back to some pink. That's my favorite color, you know. Okay, so now, oops, we want to get this even on both sides and a little bit down so we can fit on our, what's Ellie doing? Ellie, hold on, she got something. Oh, no. No tearing up my stuff. Oh, my goodness. I'm glad I heard that. She was eating some special favors that I made for the mini retreat. Oh, my gosh. I thought she'd grown out of that, but I guess not. I left them down on the floor, and she started eating them. Silly girl. I thought you were supposed to take a nap. Okay, gosh. Life with pets. We love our pets, don't we? Thank you, Xiomara. I like the colors too. So now what we're going to do, now we can put on our doily, and we can lay it right up here. Now the one thing is we're going to secure it with glue pretty well down here. And then, because what it does is that's the only place where it's adhered. And so I want to look around and see the most, I actually want to put the more, well, anyway, I'm just going to put it right down here. And I want to put one of these in the center, this, because it's like it goes around and then a little flat, and then around and flat. And I think I like the little flat part down. That's just a lot of chatter, isn't it? So I'm going to put my glue back here, And what I'm going to do is try to get it a bit thin, and I'm also going to just hold it for a minute, meaning I'm not going to put it down right away because I want this to dry just a bit. And I'm going to see, it's good if it dries a bit, then it doesn't smear as much. And let's just see how we're going to, okay, I could put a little more on each side, couldn't I? I want to adhere as much of the doily as I can to strengthen it so that it stands up really nice. Okay, now maybe we can just chat a minute. There, I think that is going to work out really well right like that, don't you? So we'll just, I'm going to blow on it and just let it dry just a minute, because that way when you set it down it grips right away and you have less chance of smearing, you know, with glue popping out, which could happen, but I hope not. Okay, now we're ready to, I'm going to center this part right here that I had already decided I would center and get it down about as close as I can to the sentiment. And then just press. And we're not having too much, there's a little bit of glue popping out over there. But it's not too bad because we let it dry for a minute. And we'll just continue to let that dry. Let's see. We'll press down a little more on these ends because that's the key to it, is you don't want your little doily flipping and flopping around. You want it to stand up nice and pretty when you finish your card and give it to your recipient. See how that's working? I'm putting it sideways so you can see it. Okay. So there is the front of our card. Now the next thing we want to do is I'm going to add celebrate who. I'm going to celebrate her, and so I'm going to put the word you because that's part of our stamp set, and I'm going to cut it out. Ellie, what now? Oh my goodness, stop. Oh my goodness, she's tearing my cards up. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Oh my goodness, hold on just a minute. Okay, you better go. You better go sit down. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to remake a card. She totally tore apart one of my cards for our retreat. I can't believe it. I've never had her do that when we've been doing this together. She usually just takes a nap. I don't know what's the matter with her today. So I closed the door so she has to go hang out with her daddy. My goodness. This is not good. That means I have a little work ahead of me. So you guys are just getting to see this very funny behavior of Ellie. She's usually so quiet, and now you're seeing she's she wants my attention. I think she does. I totally think she does. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the U from the stamp set, which is, let me get it out to remind ourselves. Create, there you are. Create with friends, and so I'm using celebrate you for my card. So here is the sentiment, and then I'm going to again bring out my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to cut this out with one of the smallest circles. It's a scallop circle from the layering circle dies. And all we need to do is get that kind of centered in the middle. Oh my goodness, I'm still thinking about that. I'm going to have to remake, I think, at least one card. What a little pill baby. Okay, here we go. We're going to run this through our machine. If we can get it. Okay, there we go. There we go. You know, we could have just said celebrate on this card, but I thought it would just say more if we say you. Celebrate you. I want to celebrate her. So let's get another Stampin' Dimensional, and we'll put it we need to pay attention here to where we put it, because I'm going to put it right there ahead of placing the sentiment, because I want to make sure it's not, you know, it doesn't come up too high. So there is you. Celebrate you. And now we need some more decoration. We need some jewels, don't we? I decided to use the Champagne Rhinestones Basic Jewels because they are, I think they're actually, I think they could be Blushing Bride, the color, but they look really pretty, I think, on this card. So I'm going to put a big one on the U, like this. So that really highlights her. And then I'm going to use some of the mini ones, the little tiny ones, just down here to give a little extra oomph to the word celebrate, like that. Okay. For some reason there are few little crumbs. Isn't that just a cute card? I think it's super cute, and so it stands up like this. Let's see. Okay. I'll put it on the side so you guys can see. This is how it would stand up. And then when you open it, this is where you can write on the inside, and we've lined it with that little strip. But I think it's just adorable. Now for the envelope, you know I always like to decorate my envelopes, but this time I'm going to use the Celebrate stamp, because I just think this is so important what she did, and I really want to celebrate her. So I'm going to get out my pad again too. Whoops. And I'm going to put the Celebrate right down here on the lower left. Can you see me doing that? I want to be sure it's in the camera. Oh, I got a little bit of ink there. Maybe I'll try to write her name over that little bit of ink, and she will never know. Don't tell her, okay? So there is our cute little double easel card. I'm going to come back here. There we are. So good to see you there, and I'll show it to you now. Now that you can see it, you know, really not laying down. See how cute that is? Isn't that just darling? So when she gets her card, she can open it this way. It'll stand really nicely on a table, and then you can open it and see the inside like that. So there is our card for today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay cool. I will see you this Friday, and be sure to leave a comment, and you'll get, if you win, you will get a whole package of black glimmer paper cut in 6x6 pieces, and I love to send out goodies to you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. See you next time.